The ultimate goal for us is to empower key stakeholders and policymakers to advance just energy transition actions on the ground. So we understand policymakers as a broad sense because all of us are contributing actually to policymaking and actions on the ground.
Just transition, moving to the clean energy opens new doors for businesses, for it creates new jobs, it creates new skills, of course, and then for businesses it means more sustainable practices. It enhances competitiveness, especially in the Philippines. We are an exporting country. Our competitiveness is enhanced, especially the Philippines is a climate-prone country, so I think it benefits our country the most.
These steps are not just ethical, they are energy of long-term profitability. The businesses thriving tomorrow will be those leading a transition that leaves no worker and community behind.
Dukungan yang dibutuhkan pada saat ini sebenarnya paling penting ya finansial karena untuk melakukan advokasi itu butuh biaya yang besar, juga untuk melakukan konsolidasi antar serikat pekerja dari level atas sampai level bawah itu juga butuh biaya. Dan yang paling terakhir adalah peningkatan kapasitas bagi pengurus serikat pekerja serikat buruh. Sampai sekarang kita tidak punya dana yang cukup untuk melakukan pelatihan, peningkatan kapasitas untuk pengurus. Karena isu climate change ini adalah isu yang sangat kompleks, jadi perlu pengetahuan yang lebih dalam, lebih luas, dan juga kapasitas yang lebih tinggi.
There will be a lot of jobs that will be lost in this process from the transitioning from fossil fuels or the brown energy to renewable or green energy, because there are so many workers employed in mines, in coal plants, in transportation, for example. These workers have been working for many years in these industries. They've been there for how many years? And they are in the ages that are near to retire. They must be included. Right now, institutional arrangements or governing bodies that are tasked to oversee and implement the programs for just transition. Workers are not really included in that process.
This region contributes substantially to the global economic output, is roughly 35%. And that contribution by 2050 is expected to be 50% of the global economic output. So it is important that the transition is managed effectively to continue reducing the negative effects on the economic growth as well as on the productivity, the negative impact that the transition might have on workers and on the businesses.
Gender perspective must also be considered, because there are also many women and other genders who will be affected by this transition. Programs must be responsive to the needs of the women workers and the women population, and so the other genders. Also the other vulnerable groups like the young workers, the indigenous people, the aging population, those who don't have the skills yet, even the persons who have disabilities or limited capabilities, they must be considered. Programs for reskilling, upskilling must be appropriate and responsive to their needs.
This is why initiatives like this community of practice are so vital. We can learn from each other's experiences and develop effective strategies to navigate this transition in a way that benefits everyone.
practice. We have to learn by doing, but as long as we know what the foundation is, as long as we stick to those principles of what just transition and how important it is, I think we're already setting the pathway for a better future, a more just transition for a very challenging area of our work.
So there's no just transition without human rights.
Let us embrace collaboration, innovation, and shared responsibility. Employers, workers, and policymakers must work together to build a resilient, sustainable, and inclusive future, one where economic progress and environmental stewardship go hand in hand.